AITA, for removing $40,000 worth of appliances from my house after my parents tried to steal it and give it to my brother. I bought my first house when I was 26. It wasn't huge, but it was mine. My little victory after years of grinding and saving. 6 years of mortgage payments, renovations, upgrades, the whole deal. I even installed a smart home system, new appliances, solar panels. I put over 40 grand into making that place feel like home. Then life did what it does, threw a curveball. My parents got evicted from their rental about 3 years ago, and since they had nowhere to go, I told them they could move in with me. I figured, why not? They're my parents. They gave me a lot growing up. I could help them out now. They paid me $400 a month just to cover some utilities, but I was still handling everything: mortgage, taxes, repairs, upgrades, you name it. And honestly, I didn't mind. It felt good to help. Fast forward to last month, I get a call from my mom while I'm at work. She said they needed to talk, and her tone sounded serious. I drove over thinking maybe something bad happened, like someone died or got sick. I walked into the kitchen, the one I'd remodeled, by the way, and my dad was sitting there at the table I bought. He looked weirdly calm, which made me even more nervous. Then he goes, "We've been talking to your brother. He needs stability. We're signing the house over to him." I actually laughed, like a real full laugh. I thought he was joking. "What are you talking about? This is my house." That's when my mom jumps in and says, "Technically, we've been living here. We have tenant rights, and real adults don't hoard property. Your brother has 2 kids. You're single. You don't need this much space." My jaw literally dropped. Before I could even respond, my brother walks in from the garage like he was waiting for his big moment. He's holding some papers, actual legal-looking documents, and he says, "Look, I already talked to a lawyer. They can claim residency and transfer ownership through adverse possession. It's complicated, but basically, you should just let this go. Don't make it ugly." I stared at him, then looked back at my parents. My mom wouldn't even meet my eyes. That was when it hit me. They were serious. "You're stealing my house," I said. My dad just shrugged and said, "We're helping family. That's what you're supposed to do. Stop being selfish." I was stunned, like I couldn't even form words for a few seconds. I left that night and immediately called a lawyer. And surprise, my brother was completely wrong. Adverse possession doesn't apply when someone has permission to live there, and it takes years anyway. So legally, they didn't have a leg to stand on. But that didn't stop them. My parents kept pushing. My mom started bringing my brother's kids over and letting them pick out their bedrooms. My brother started talking about remodeling, knocking down walls, even repainting. It was like they already decided the place was his, no matter what I said. Then my mom dropped the biggest bomb of all. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "If you fight this, we'll never speak to you again. Your nieces won't know their aunt. Is that what you want?" That broke something in me. I realized there was no reasoning with them. So I moved out, stayed with a friend for a bit and told them fine. They could have the house. My brother looked so smug, like he just won some family game show. But here's what he didn't realize. Everything inside that house, every big ticket item, every improvement belonged to me. The appliances, the smart system, the solar setup, even the fancy thermostat, all bought and installed under my name. And when I say everything, I mean everything. The closing date for the transfer was set for a Friday. My brother was so hyped, he even planned a little celebration, posted on Facebook and everything. New chapter, new beginnings, family coming together. You know, the usual dramatic nonsense. I didn't comment. I didn't text. I didn't call. But inside, I already knew what I was going to do. If they wanted the house, they could have it. Just the house. Not the home I built, not the things I paid for, not the comfort I created. Just 4 empty walls and a floor. And that's exactly what I gave them. So remember how my brother was all proud and posting about his new chapter? Yeah, that lasted right up until Thursday night. I decided if they wanted the house so bad, they could have just the house. Nothing more. So I hired a crew. We showed up that evening and worked straight through the night until about 4 in the morning. We took everything. I mean, every single thing I'd ever paid for. The refrigerator, the dishwasher, the stove, the washer and dryer, all gone. Every smart light, every camera, every motion sensor, unplugged and packed up. We even disconnected the solar panels from the roof and unmounted the ceiling fans. I took the garage door opener I'd installed myself. By the time we were done, the house was stripped bare. Beige walls, scratched floors, empty shelves. I even grabbed my patio furniture, my grill, and all my tools from the shed. It looked like a model home before the furniture gets delivered, except a little sadder. Friday morning, my brother rolled up with his family in a moving truck, expecting to start his new life. He called me within 5 minutes, absolutely losing it. "What did you do?" he screamed. "There's nothing here. The kitchen doesn't even work." I said, "Those were my appliances. I bought them. Check the receipts." "You can't just take everything," he yelled. "Actually, I can," I told him. "They're mine. You wanted the house. You got the house. Enjoy." Then my mom called. Her tone was that disappointed, guilt trip kind. "How could you do this to your brother, to those babies?" I said, "You mean how could I not give him $40,000 worth of free stuff on top of the house you tried to steal?" Silence. Then she hung up. A few hours later, my brother texted saying he was going to sue me. I didn't even bother arguing, just said, "Good luck." Turns out his lawyer told him the same thing mine told me. Everything I took was legally mine. The smart home system was under my account, the solar panels were leased under my name, and all the appliances were purchased by me. He had zero claim. I drove by last week just to see how things looked. He ended up having to buy everything used. The house looks so empty now, dull and lifeless, like it's missing its soul. His wife's been posting vague Facebook updates about family betrayal and selfish people showing their true colors. It's honestly kind of funny, considering what they tried to pull. My parents still aren't talking to me. My brother sends the occasional angry text calling me petty and heartless. His kids don't have the fancy playroom he promised because he spent all his money replacing the stuff I took. And sure, a few of my friends said I might have gone too far, that I should have been the bigger person and just walked away. But honestly, I don't see it that way. I paid for that house. I let my parents live there cheap for years. I covered everything, repairs, upgrades, the mortgage. They tried to steal it from me, and when I didn't roll over, they tried to guilt me into giving it up for family. So yeah, maybe I stripped it clean. Maybe I left them with nothing but walls and floors. But after everything they did, I'd say they got exactly what they asked for. What do you think? Was I wrong to take back what was mine? Or did they finally just learn what happens when you mess with the wrong person? Man, this story is wild, but honestly, I'm totally on OP's side here. They worked their butt off to buy that house, paid the mortgage for 6 years, and then out of pure kindness, let their parents move in when they needed help. And how did they repay that? By literally trying to steal the house from the one person who helped them the most. That's next level ungrateful. And the excuses they came up with, you're single, you don't need all this space, we're helping family. Like, come on, that's not helping family. That's manipulating family. They were basically saying, you did the hard work, now we'll just take it. So when OP decided to strip the place down, I can't even lie. That was genius. They didn't break anything, didn't destroy property. They just took back what was theirs, legally, morally, everything. They played it smart. And the best part, watching the brother realize that the house he thought he was getting came with nothing inside. Empty kitchen, no smart system, no appliances, just bare walls and floors. It's poetic justice. Some people might say OP went too far, but honestly, I think this was the perfect level of petty, the kind that teaches a solid lesson without crossing the line. Family or not, you can't just take advantage of someone's kindness and expect them to stay quiet forever. So yeah, in my opinion, OP wasn't wrong at all. They gave their family exactly what they asked for, just the house. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's story, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more incredible Reddit tales. Share your thoughts or your own experiences in the comments below. I love hearing from you all. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring those amazing stories.